and submandibular and sublingual gland. Let me finish the mandible, then I will go on to show you the submandibular and sublingual gland and their relation, their depth. Okay. Now, how many mandible in the body? One mandible. Yes. Not on the back, one another. This mandible, my dear friend, making the lower jaw. It is with the skull, it making the temporomandibular joint. Temporal bone,
yes,
and mandibular. Temporomandibular joint. This is the bone of the face, but this is the only bone of the cranium that is movable. All bone are joined by the suture ligament. This mandible has body. This is body. Body is like the horse, you know, Arabian horse. Very good, very nice. And their foot is like this. Horse shoulder. It is written in your skin. And this is the body and this is the ramus. Ramus go forward. Where the ramus and body unite, meeting point of this angle of the mandible. Okay, this is the angle of the mandible. This above this is the ramus. Here is the body. This is the body. This is the body. This is the angle, and this is the ramus of the mandible. Let me finish the body of the mandible. Body of the mandible has two borders. Upper border and lower. Lower border is called base of the mandible. Base of the mandible. And upper border here it is called alveolar part, which have teeth. Okay, this has teeth. During development, embryological period, the half of the mandible, right side, left side, unite in a midline. This is called symphysis menti or symphysis menti. Okay, how are you? I miss you. You pray?
No.
Okay. So, just now I have started. This is the mandible. Mandible has two parts, body and ramus. Body and ramus meet at an angle. This is called angle of the mandible. The body has two borders, upper border, lower border. Lower border is called base of the mandible, and upper border is called alveolar part. This alveolar part has teeth, socket for the teeth. You look. This is the socket for the teeth. How many teeth in the children and how many teeth in young shabab like you?
16 and 32.
Huh?
16 and 32.
Why not 20 and 32? 20 in the children and 20 actually, and 32 in the adult. What are in the adult, my dear friend? From the midline, 2 incisor 2, and 1 canine. This canine are very big in elephant. You are looking?
Yeah.
Elephant, very big outside. That is called canine teeth. So 2 incisor, 1 canine, 2 incisor, 1 canine, and 2 premolar. Premolar and 3 molar. The last molar is called wisdom teeth. Okay, between 18 and 30 years of age. Okay, so this is the, and on the outer side, inner side, outer side of the body, there is a foramen below the second premolar teeth. Below the second premolar teeth. This foramen is called mental foramen. What is passing through this, my dear friend? from the here mandibular foramen, mandibular canal, and this canal naphak inside the bone. This here in the mental spine coming the branches of the inferior alveolar nerve and vessels. Okay. Now this naphak mandibular canal go after the mental foramen near the incisor teeth below the, this is called incisive canal, incisive canal. Okay.
About before the mental foramen, this is a canal and this one is called.
This is the mental foramen.
What about the canal, this canal?
Yeah. Look. This is here inside. This is the mandibular foramen.
Yeah.
And inside naphak that here, this foramen is going in this. This is called mandibular canal. And this mandibular canal on the outside here in the mental foramen it is open. But above this, after this mental foramen, this naphak canal is going to the below the incisor teeth. This is called incisive canal for the skin of this inside and the mucous membrane, okay, supplying this. Now this is about the outer surface. Symphysis menti, mental foramen, alveolar part for the teeth and base of the mandible. Now on the inside, my dear friend, on the inside of the body of the mandible, the most important thing here to group. This is for the digestic, this is called digestic fossa for the anterior belly of digestic muscle. I will show you in the Justa now. Anterior belly of digestic. Here this bone is called mental spine. It has two, upper and lower. From the lower, geniohyoid muscle attached. From the upper, genioglossus muscle is attached. That's forming the most part of the genioglossus. Okay. There are 14 muscle, about 14 muscle attached on this, but those are most important, I will tell you. Digestic, geniohyoid, genioglossus. Genioglossus go forward to the tongue. Geniohyoid attached to the hyoid bone. Now, this is called, my dear friend, mylohyoid line. Mylohyoid line. Mylohyoid line. This one. Mylohyoid line. This line is very important. They are always giving you practical examination. What is attached on this? This is mylohyoid line. Mylohyoid muscle attached. Mylohyoid muscle. Okay. So, this is the mylohyoid line, mylohyoid muscle. Below the posterior end of the mylohyoid line, below, here, submandibular gland, fossa for the submandibular gland. Anteriorly and forward. Here, posteriorly and below. Here, anteriorly and above the mylohyoid line, this fossa for the sublingual gland. Sublingual gland here, submandibular gland here. Don't see here and there. You are beautiful, I am beautiful. When you go on that table, they are beautiful.
This one is mylohyoid.
Yeah, mylohyoid line, mylohyoid muscle. Mylohyoid line, mylohyoid muscle.
Yes.
Below this mylohyoid line, here, this groove is called mylohyoid groove for the mylohyoid nerve. This is, my dear friend, here, rough area. This, they are giving you in practical examination, mylohyoid line. And here, medial pterygoid muscle. And here, submandibular salivary gland. Sublingual salivary gland. And on this rough area, medial pterygoid muscle attached. Medial pterygoid. This is the inner surface. Now the ramus of the mandible. On the ramus of the mandible, anteriorly, when you put this in this skull, this is anteriorly and this is posteriorly. So this ramus of the mandible anteriorly has a projection of bone. This is called coronoid process. Posteriorly, this is called head of the mandible or odontoid process. But remember, head of the mandible. And this is the neck of the mandible. Coronoid process, head or condyloid process or neck of the mandible. Here is a notch between this coronoid and head of the mandible. This is called mandibular notch. Masseteric nerves and vessels passing through this. On the lateral side of this, my dear friend, masseter muscle. Now I will show you. Masseter muscle is attached. Masseter muscle on coronoid process temporally. They are giving you practical examination. Temporal muscle attached. Masseter muscle attached. Here on the neck, here, this side anteriorly. Lateral pterygoid attached. Medial pterygoid medially near the angle of the mandible. Medial pterygoid, lateral pterygoid, temporal, masseter. And here digestive. And here genioid, genioglossus, genio-mylohyoid muscle. Another muscle, but I will not tell you, it will be more. Those are important, I told you. Okay? So, here in the inner side of the ramus of the mandible, this foramen, you are looking this is called mandibular foramen. This mandibular foramen, as I told you, go as a nerve, that is called mandibular canal, and open outside as a mental foramen. This go ahead here, this is called incisive canal. Okay. Now, the most important thing which I have done the research work, in this mandibular foramen, here is the bone, this bone, part of this bone. This is called lingula. Lingula, tongue-like process. Lingula. Lingula.
It is the lingula that is the muscle like the mouth. Lingula.
No. Lingula, tongue?
Yes.
Tongue is tongue. But this...
Of the tongue. And soft palate.
Alveolar.
Uvula, not lingula. Assalamu alaikum. How are you? Lingula, it is like tongue-like, but its name is lingula. That is uvula above the soft palate. Okay. So, this bone, lingula, what is attached to this lingula? What is the importance of this lingula? When the mandible is attached here, temporomandibular joint. And here is the spine of the sphenoid. This is the sphenoid bone. Here is the spine of the sphenoid. The spine. From the spine of this and to the lingula, a ligament is attached. That is called a sphenomandibular ligament. This is the fibrous tissue of the deep fascia. Okay. So this is about, my dear friend, about the mandible. What are the important thing I told you? This is the upper border of the mandible, alveolar part. Lower part is called base of the mandible. In the midline, during the meteorological period, it is united, it is called symphysis mentae. On the outer surface of this foramen is mental foramen. Okay. And on the ramus of the mandible and the body. Assalamu alaikum. How are you? You are good? Yes. Alhamdulillah. On the body and the ramus meet at an angle. This is called angle of the mandible. The ramus of the mandible anteriorly, this is mandibular notch, and this is the coronoid process. This is the condyloid process or head. Here temporalis muscle attached. Here lateral pterygoid. Here masseter muscle. Okay. Now, my dear friend, inside here is the digestive fossa for the anterior belly of digestive. Digestive has posterior belly and anterior belly united by a tendon, intermediate tendon. So anterior belly. Now I will show you. The anterior belly of digestive is attached. Here is the mental spine.
spine.
One below, one above. Above, genioglossus muscle. That is the most part of the tongue. Genioglossus muscle. And below of the spine, this is the geniohyoid. Go to the hyoid bone. Here is the mylohyoid line. Mylohyoid muscle. Medial surface of this angle of the mandible is the medial pterygoid. Lateral pterygoid here, medial pterygoid here. These are the important mylohyoid muscle. Medial pterygoid, temporalis, lateral pterygoid, digastric fossa, mental spine, and this is the mandibular foramen. This mandibular foramen in the between the bone of the inner and outer surface, making a canal. Mandibular canal. This mandibular canal open here outside at the mental foramen for the inferior alveolar nerves and vessels, which is passing through. This canal going forward as an incisive canal below the incisor tip.
There is a nerve.
Huh?
For another. Nerve.
Oh, yes. This group below the mylohyoid line, this is for the mylohyoid nerve and group is called mylohyoid group.
Submandibular gland. Where it exactly there?
This is the mylohyoid line.
Yes. Yes.
Posterior to this and below to the mylohyoid line, posteriorly and below to the mylohyoid line, this is the submandibular gland. But submandibular gland has two parts, superficial part and deep part. Most of the deep part is lying here. Superficial part under cover of this, but below this. Okay. And the sublingual gland, above and anterior, this is below and posterior to the mylohyoid line, submandibular gland. And above and anterior to this mylohyoid line here. This is the sublingual gland. Okay. And this is the mandibular notch for the masseteric nerve, for the masseter muscle.
In the mandibular duct, the mandibular canal.
Mandibular canal,
There is a nerve. What's it called?
inferior alveolar nerves and vessels.
Inferior.
Inferior alveolar nerves and vessels. Now, this is about the mandible. But though they are giving you the important thing in this, they can ask you this mental foramen. They can ask you what is attached here, masseter muscle. What is attached on this temporally? What is attached here? Lateral pterygoid, medial pterygoid. On the mylohyoid line, mylohyoid muscle. These are the important. Okay. Now I will tell you about the submandibular gland and